2NURFM News for our sponsor, Tile Warehouse Warners Bay. Open 7 days for your convenience.
It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Belinda De Lasheras with 2NURFM Hunter News. Crash investigation police are examining the circumstances of an accident on the M1 at Morisset this morning, which has seen the arrest of a 20-year-old man and the hospitalisation of a woman in her 50s. The woman has been airlifted to John Hunter Hospital and is currently in a critical condition. The man, who currently holds his first provisional licence, will undergo mandatory blood and urine testing while in police custody. Senior Constable Lauren Marr says a Holden station wagon collided with the rear of a Toyota Hilux.
Following the crash, the Toyota went over a bridge and landed in a creek, and the female driver was trapped for some time before she was removed by police rescue.
The federal government has introduced its indexation of the petrol tax today, with motoring bodies fearing the tariff will become a financial burden for Hunter motorists. Parliament is being pressured by the NRMA to reject the new tariff and return the funds collected to motorists as opposed to oil companies. President Kyle Loades says the Hunters' fuel prices have been highly inconsistent over the past 6 months.
We've gone from the best in the state to the worst, and then we've improved again. This is now going to add a new tax onto the fuel excise. It's not fair, it's not on. That's why NRMA is fighting it. What NRMA wants to achieve here is to get the federal government to knock this unfair tax on the head.
Port Stephens councillor Ken Jordan has thrown his hat into the proverbial Liberal candidate's ring for the seat of Maitland ahead of the upcoming March state election. It's believed councillor Jordan may secure a preference deal with independent candidate Philip Penfold if he's endorsed. However, the party is yet to announce a start date for its pre-selection process, insisting it plans to conduct comprehensive interviews and background checks prior to votes being cast. Councillor Jordan joins Newcastle councillor Lisa Tierney and former Maitland Business Chamber President Steve Thompson, vying for endorsement. This afternoon's parliamentary inquiry into the New South Wales EPA's performance is currently considering evidence to emerge from its public hearing implicating the body in a cover-up about the contribution of coal trains to Newcastle's air pollution levels. Members of the Coal Terminal Action Group claim the information they've retrieved reveals a systematic effort to conceal the extent of pollution caused by uncovered wagons to the detriment of community and environmental health. John McKenzie from the Hunter Community Environment Centre says the hearing coincides with a recent spike in air pollution events across the region.
In the last fortnight, we've had 43 air quality pollution events, but over the course of the last 12 months, we've had over 100. So we certainly have an air pollution emergency in the upper and lower Hunter. Everything points to the fact that the coal trains are one of the leading contributors to this.
New figures show Hunter steaming coal prices have faltered, falling from $73 to $63, with a number of job cuts also prominent throughout the region. The state's coal industry has lost almost 20% of its workforce in 2 years, with more than 2,000 jobs axed Hunter-wide. However, exports weren't subjected to the same decreases. Newcastle Port has moved out 157 million tonnes of coal, up from 150 the previous year. Lake Macquarie residents have a good reason to celebrate this National Recycling Week after recycling the equivalent of 98 kilograms of product per resident last financial year. In an effort to encourage the continuation of positive recycling habits, Council is inviting residents to upgrade their recycle bin by an extra 120 litres for a one-off fee and learn about what to put in their bins. Lake Macquarie Sustainability Manager Alice Howe says there can be confusion about what can and can't go in curbside bins.
That certainly has been a problem. But if people want to be clear about what can go in the recycling bin, go to hrr.com.au and there's a full list of what's accepted.
In finance, the All Ords is down 38 points at 54.85 and $1 Australian is buying 86.66 US cents. Now with sport, Sarah Giuliano.
There was a familiar face at Newcastle Jets training this morning with former striker Adam Taggart back in club colours. But the 21-year-old won't be making a return to the Jets anytime soon. He's using his break from English Premier League side Fulham to continue rehab on an injury under the supervision of his former club. Newcastle Knights talent Sione Matautia has helped the Kangaroos book their place in next Saturday's Four Nations final against the Kiwis. The 18-year-old is celebrating after setting up the first of Australia's 8 tries in the side's 44-18 Four Nations win against Samoa yesterday. The rookie provided a crucial backup for Greg Inglis, making a 40-metre break and firing an inside pass for Cooper Cronk to score in the match's second minute. And Hunter Stadium's much-hyped $1.3 million turf upgrade has received the thumbs up from Jets players ahead of next week's home clash against Brisbane Roar. That's sport. I'm Sarah Giuliano.
2 in your RFM News Time is 2:05.